If you're taking the LSAT in just 1 month, it's time to buckle down and get to work. Hey, what's up everybody? Steve Schwartz here from LSAT Unplugged, joining you today to share your 1-month LSAT study plan. Before I get into it, a little bit about LSAT Unplugged. We offer live online classes via Zoom, on-demand video courses, small group coaching, and one-on-one coaching. Check out the links below this video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd love to help you out. So the reason I'm making this video is that I know a lot of you are taking the LSAT in just about 1 month, and you've been asking, how do I prep in this final month before the big day? Now, I don't recommend, of course, only studying for 1 month. I recommend at least 3 months and ideally longer to achieve your fullest potential on the LSAT. So hopefully you're not starting with the LSAT brand new at the beginning of this final month. Hopefully you've done some work already, and at this point you are ready to simply refine, rinse, and repeat. Take several full-length timed practice tests before the big day. I do recommend taking at least a minimum of 10 full-length exams before the big day, so that test day itself will feel like just another run-through. If you're working full-time, or you're in school, or you have family obligations, I would recommend for this final month just taking one timed exam and reviewing it in depth, maybe drilling some weak areas on the side, and that's it. If you have the leisure to study for the LSAT with few other obligations, you might want to do 2 full-length timed tests per week, along with detailed review of those tests and drilling some weak areas on the side, and have that be it. So if you are entering this final month having done no practice tests yet, hopefully you're in the position where you can study for the LSAT full-time and do 2 exams a week. Otherwise, you might not be able to hit that benchmark of doing 10 full-length exams before the big day. However many tests you're able to do make sure you take them under realistic, real-world test day-like conditions, meaning you're strictly timing them. You only have 1 break in the middle between sections 2 and 3. You're not checking your phone or going to the bathroom while the clock is running. You're making them realistic as much as possible so that you're not getting an inflated sense of where you truly stand. Hopefully, of course, you're hitting your goal scores on those last couple of tests before the actual test day itself. Otherwise, you might want to consider pushing back your test until you're at or around your goal score prior to going in. And of course, you do want all of your tests to be strictly timed so that your practice test scores are not inflated. Otherwise, you may be in for a rude awakening when you experience a test day drop where your actual test score is lower than your practiced test scores. So hopefully, again, you're able to take at least 10 full-length timed exams in total before the big day. You're strictly timing them so that you have a realistic indication of where you're likely to score on the big day itself. One other thing I should mention is that ideally you're taking these practice tests using LSAC's Law Hub platform, which is the only way to take your practice tests in a system that looks and feels exactly like the real thing itself. No private prep companies are even allowed to make their platforms look identical to the Law Hub platform, which is the one you'll be using with Prometric on the actual day of the test. Now, if you're close to your goal scores, but you're not quite there before the actual exam, it's okay. Of course, you can still go ahead and take the official LSAT, but you may want to register for a backup test just in case anything goes wrong on test day itself, or just in case you don't hit your goal score on test day itself. I often recommend that you register for another backup test just to give you some peace of mind going into your test, just so that the one that you're taking in that moment is not the end-all be-all. Not everything is relying on just that one exam. Know that you have backups, that you can retake the LSAT, and that law schools do not care how many times you take it. They simply care about your highest score. They have no incentive to care about how many times you took it or about your average score, because that is not what gets reported to the American Bar Association, and that's not what gets reported to US News. Law schools simply care about your highest LSAT score on record. So of course, give it your all over this final month. Hopefully this is it for you and you'll be done with the LSAT at the end of the month. But if you do have to retake, it's okay. Don't stress. You will get your goal score in the end, even if you do have to retake it. And again, if you are looking for help in this final month, there are a variety of ways I can support you. Again, check out the links below this video to find out more. And if you found this video helpful, please do me a favor and share it with someone who needs to see it. I don't do any advertising for this channel. I just rely on word of mouth to help get the word out. So if you know anyone else studying for the LSAT in this final month, if you know anyone else who's stressing about how to prep, what to do, or they're getting stressed because they're worried that it's all riding on this one's test, let them know, hey, don't worry, you can retake, it's okay. Just by sharing this link with them, it really does make a difference. And in the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.